On August 22, 1911, a painter walked into the Louvre to sketch the Mona Lisa. Instead, he found a blank rectangle of wall and 4 iron hooks. There was no shattered glass, no triggered alarms, nobody forced a lock. For hours, the museum staff simply sat in confused silence. An ordinary, low-wage museum employee stole the painting and hid it in a trunk in his apartment 6 blocks away for 2 entire years. This painfully mundane theft is the exact reason the Mona Lisa is recognized all over the world today. In 1911, the Mona Lisa sat crowded among hundreds of other Renaissance paintings, a work most visitors walked straight past without stopping. The building had no cameras or motion sensors. Guards patrolled on foot across thousands of rooms. The real security vulnerability was an institutional assumption. The staff believed the art was simply too well known for anyone to try and take it. That blind spot left an opening for Vincenzo Peruggia. He was an Italian immigrant working as a glazier, hired to build the heavy protective glass cases the Louvre had recently started installing over its more valuable pieces. Because he wore the standard white smock issued to all maintenance workers, he blended right in. Staff completely ignored him, which allowed him to map out the guards' control routes and note which doors were left unlocked during shift changes. He didn't need a lockpick or a weapon. He leveraged the museum's own psychological blind spot. They simply didn't notice their own working-class staff. When the museum closed to the public for routine cleaning on Monday, August 21st, Peruggia walked in with the rest of the crew. He went straight to the gallery and lifted the painting off the wall. He carried it into a nearby service stairwell and stripped the small wooden panel out of the heavy glass case he had personally helped install a few months prior. Finding a locked door in his path to the exit, he calmly unscrewed the doorknob, left it on the floor, and stepped out into the Paris daylight. Nobody stopped him. It took 28 hours for anyone to realize a crime had occurred. Museum workers noticed the empty hooks, but assumed the official photographer had taken the painting down to his studio. By the time the alarm was finally raised and France scrambled to close its borders, the Louvre's own bureaucratic routine had handed Peruggia a full day head start. The investigation escalated fast. The theft made front pages worldwide, and French police frantically questioned over 100 suspects in a matter of weeks. In their desperation, authorities arrested the poet Guillaume Apollinaire, entirely because a friend of his had previously pocketed some small statues from the museum. Terrified under interrogation, Apollinaire pointed the finger at another friend, who had unknowingly bought some of those stolen statues, Pablo Picasso. Police dragged the young painter in for questioning. While Europe's artistic elites were sweating in an interrogation room for a heist they knew nothing about, Peruggia was sitting 6 blocks away, keeping the artwork tucked inside a wooden trunk. He waited out the heat for over 2 years. Finally, in late 1913, he traveled to Florence, Italy, and offered the painting to a local art dealer, claiming he wanted to return the work to its homeland. The dealer took one look at the panel, recognized the authentic brushwork, and immediately called the police. Peruggia was arrested, and the artwork was secured. After executing a flawless disappearance and waiting out a massive international manhunt, Peruggia was caught the exact second he decided to show his face. Today, modern visitors experience something entirely different. They stand shoulder to shoulder behind barricades, pointing cameras at a piece guarded by bulletproof glass and strict environmental controls. Before the theft in 1911, the Mona Lisa was just another respected piece and massive collection. It was the 2 straight years of missing poster headlines and global speculation that burned her image into the global consciousness. By taking the painting off the wall, Vincenzo Peruggia inadvertently manufactured its legacy. It leaves you wondering, if he had never walked out of the Louvre that Monday morning, would we still care about this specific smile? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like history stories that sound entirely made up, hit subscribe. I've got a lot more to show you.